Hello everyone, my name is David Allen Gay, and you're watching the 17th episode of David Needs a Job. I have a LinkedIn group that is named after me, or more specifically, it's named David Needs a Job, the same name as this video series you're watching right now. And in that first post, I explained the rationale why I would name a LinkedIn discussion group after me and talking about my job search rather than have a group that would be more inclusive to more than one person. I explained in that group on its first discussion thread that it is not arrogance, it is not conceit, it is not self-centeredness or selfishness to conduct yourself in that matter by creating a group named after you. And the reason why I say that is because a job search is in fact all about you. You're the guy that has to get up in the morning at 7:15 or 7:30 or whatever time you choose to apply to jobs. You're the person who has to go to the workshops offered by employment centers to conduct yourself properly in an interview and to use exciting action words in your resume so it'll be picked out of a pile for consideration in an interview. And you have to go to that interview when your resume does get picked out. No one else is going to do this for you. Your mom's not going to do this for you. Your dad's not going to do this for you. Your siblings are not going to do this for you. Your buddies are not going to do this for you. And your significant other is also not going to do this for you. You're the person who has to get off, hit your 6 in order to find a job. Now, having said this, it's not an army of one we're talking about. This is not a Rambo movie. You do need an army of people, a network, to help you find a job. You need friends. You need family members, you need co-workers, you need even people of a passing acquaintance who can help you find a job. They may have openings at their location, they may offer words of support, they may give you money to fund your job search. And it's the friends part that I want to address today. I have a pen pal in England who mentioned in one of his letters, you know who your mates are when the chips are down. And he's absolutely right. You don't truly understand who is your friend, even though you think they are your friend, until a situation like a job search comes up. I have learned, unfortunately, the hard way, who my friends really were during my last 3.5 years of my job search. And I'm not going to name names or even bring up real life examples as an aside snipe at them. I'm not that type of person. I'm not petty or mean. But I do want to share with you my experiences of what I've gotten back from certain people in a very generic, generalized way whenever I've gone to them for support for my job search. And it's not like I'm asking a great deal out of anyone. I'm asking them if there's an opening at their place of employment, or if they hear of any job opening or have any search tips, to let me know, and I'll send my resume in or I'll pursue that avenue. It's of no cost and of no time to them. Sometimes I'd like to talk about my job search with other people just to get things off my chest, to vent my spleen, just so I don't keep it inside me. And while I don't generally ask for money, if they want to loan me cash, by all means, I will take it, and I'll certainly give the promise of paying them back once I'm back on my feet. That's not really much of a major request that I'm making of people when I go to them for assistance in my job search. Unfortunately, there are some people who will cut and run, and I don't know why that they would do something like this, except maybe the friendship wasn't as deep as I thought it was. Or maybe they were using me, or maybe my job search situation makes them nervous about their own employment stability. It's kind of like dealing with a person who has cancer or some other life-threatening disease. Some people will shrink away, shy away from that person because it kind of worries them that their own mortality, or maybe they might get a disease as well. They don't want to see themselves in the same situation as the person in front of them. And maybe that's what my job search is all about. They see me struggling looking for work, they see me grappling with the bills, and they think to themselves, oh, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to have to deal with this sort of situation. And you know, that kind of hurts because I've gone to these people who've turned their back on me in the past, usually to the detriment of my own self, such as from a financial standpoint or from a social or personal standpoint. Even though it hurts me in the end to help them, I help them because that's what friends do. We stand together. Apparently, that rule is not bilateral. I've gone to them for assistance, and they suddenly shy away. They don't return my phone calls. They don't honor their promise of, oh yeah, right, whatever. If there's an opening at my job, I'll let you know. It's like I don't even hear from them until I call them. But that's not always the case. There are some people who are true blue friends, who stand by me, stick by me. I've known some of these people, for example, since my college days, even as far back as my childhood days. And they not only do the stuff, such as look for openings in the positions at their employment, but they also go as far as maybe offering that little special word of support, asking me how I am, how I'm doing, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Sometimes more than one time a day, just to see how I'm doing. And I don't mind that because it means I hear a friendly voice. A job search is a lonely process, but if you hear a support from someone asking, hey, how you doing? It's almost as important to me as an opening at a job I can send a resume to. It means I'm not alone. The really amazing part of the job search, though, are those people who I don't necessarily consider friends, or maybe I've had some bad dealings with. They tend to really show their true colors by coming toward and saying, look, I understand you're out of work. I know we've had our differences in the past, but I've been there. I understand what you're going through. I know it's tough out there, and I want to help. I have the resources. I have the manpower. I have the leads. If you're interested, here's my telephone number. Call me up sometime or send me an email. And you know, that really blows my mind. It's like, wow, this person really does want to help me. This person really does want to go to the extra mile for me. And yet, him and I, or her and I, have had words in the past. Wow, I'm practically gobsmacked when that happens. But it all rolls back to the very beginning of what I said about this episode, where you find out who your mates are. And sometimes they may not even be your mates. They may be people you least expect to come to your defense. In any case, that's my episode for today, and I thank you very much for watching this episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode very soon. Bye for now.